6 generations ago, the Oland family, led by matriarch Susanna Oland, began brewing and selling Brown October Ale on the family farm, located on the Dartmouth shore of the Halifax Harbour. The first 50 years of business were rocky ones, punctuated by brewery fires and the unimaginable tragedy of the Halifax explosion in 1917. After the explosion, it fell to second generation George W.C. Oland to keep the business running. While the family concentrated on the rebuilding effort in Halifax, he sent his son, George Bald Oland, to St. John to purchase a brewery and keep the beer flowing. In the years that followed, the family business weathered Prohibition, pioneered draft technology in New Brunswick, developed Alpine, the region's first lager beer, introduced cold beer sales at their retail store in Nova Scotia, and spearheaded a hugely successful entry into the U.S. market. 150 years after Susanna sold her first pint, Moosehead Breweries continues to be one of Canada's most resilient and time-honored companies. Still family-owned and still driven by a passion for making great beer, Moosehead is proud to be Canada's oldest independent brewery.
My name is Derek Oland. I am the Executive Chairman of Moosehead Breweries. One of my earliest memories was being here on Saturday morning with Father, exploring the brewery, sometimes with him and sometimes without, and getting to know some of the employees, which was always a pleasure. It was a mysterious place to explore, and Father, of course, being a brewer, knew the whole place inside out, and he was always very helpful in explaining what was happening in the various places. I can remember Father being so proud because he canned the first beer in Canada here in St. John, and it was what we call a cone top can. It actually was filled on the same filler as the bottles with a regular crown. It gives me pretty good satisfaction to know that sitting in this space in this old brewery where they used to store draft beer to keep it cold and hoist it up through the floor to the horse-drawn wagons to deliver it, that we're going strong. At Moosehead, we as a family and as a company are very proud to be in business here in New Brunswick. What I sort of brought it down to is that I don't want to be the biggest, I just want to be around the longest. I guess one of my sort of chief thoughts is I want to hand the company over to the next generation in better shape than I got it. And that has been a very key part of, I think, the success that this management team is having, is that they've got the freedom to do the job as they see fit. I'm not very good at predicting the future, but I guess what I do is I have confidence in this sixth generation, and I hope in the seventh, that they will continue to solve the problems of running a company like this, use all the good bits of it that are here, and continue to innovate to meet the market demands. You must never underestimate the capabilities of the next generation. They are there, and they're good, and I'm very encouraged by the the actions they take. They're not bound in the past, and I'm not trying to keep them in the past. I want them to move on and take it and run with it. All those things are very satisfying and make me feel that in an industry which I like very, very much, that we've made a contribution to.